Welcome to Stacking the Shelves in Mailbox Monday for August 26th. I'm a little bit of a mess here because I was just out biking and it's like 96 degrees outside, so it's kind of warm. Anyways, I wanted to do this while I had a chance because my husband and son are off at karate, and so I have a few minutes where the house is going to be quiet. I got quite a few books this week, so it's worth doing a little video showing them all, and they're all actual paper copies of books, not ebooks. So, the first one I got for review from Amazon Vine is Black Spring by Allison Krogan. I love the cover on this one. Anyways, it sounds kind of interesting. It's about a girl named Lina, and she is grown up in a land that has a lot of wizardry, but they don't tolerate witches. And when her eyes, she has violet eyes, and that says she's a witch, and she gets all prosecuted and whatever. It sounds kind of cool. Sounds like an interesting fantasy, so I'm excited to read it. It actually hasn't gotten great reviews, but the synopsis was good enough that I thought I'd get it anyways because I thought it sounded really cool. The other one I got to review this week from the publisher is Frozen by Melissa De La Cruz and Michael Johnston. This is the first book in the Heart of Dread series. I actually don't really know what this is about, but I do know that it's supposed to be a science fiction thing. It says, "Welcome to New Vegas, a city once covered in bling, now blanketed in ice. Like much of the destroyed planet, the place knows only one temperature, freezing." So, anyways, it's about a girl there. I got this from the publisher. I have read some books by Melissa De La Cruz before. I read her Blue Blood series, which I really liked at the beginning of the series, and then ended up kind of abandoning because I didn't like it towards the end. So it'll be interesting to see what her collaboration with Michael Johnston results in here. I've heard mixed things about this so far, so we'll go ahead and read it and see how it is. And I believe this comes out the second week of September, like September 17th or something. Black Spring is already released. This came out in August. This came out this week, I think. Alright, then, those were all the books I got for review. I did swap a few books this week, a couple books. I finally got The Bite Before Christmas by Janine Frost and Lindsay Sands, and I've had this on my wish list on Paperback Swap for a while. I'll probably save it and read it around Christmas because it'd probably be a fun little romantic Christmas read. The other one I swapped on Paperback Swap was Guilt by Catherine Longshore. This is a historical novel. I'm not sure if it's really a fantasy, but a historical retelling about the court of King Henry VIII, and it follows a girl named Kitty Tilney. And she ends up she has a friend named Kat who, gets involved with King Henry VIII. So I really like that time period, and I like reading historical novels, so this should be an interesting one. Alright, then I got 4 books from the library. Besides the month of February, September is probably September is probably the next biggest time when I have a ton of books coming out in all these series that I'm reading. So pretty much all these books are in series that I'm reading. The first one is Biting Bad by Chloe Neal. And this is, I believe, the 9th book in the Chicagoland Vampire series. I haven't liked the last 2 books in this series as well. So if this one isn't very good, I'm probably going to just give up the series at this point. But this is about Merritt, who, is a vampire, and Ethan Sullivan, who's the master vampire, and all this stuff happens in Chicago, and they're trying to balance the vampire houses and make sure Chicago doesn't succumb to dark sorcery or anything like that. The first 6 of them were really, really good, and then the next few after that, it was kind of like the story came to a climax and a whole bunch of things got resolved. And since then, not a lot has happened. It's been just kind of like, well, okay, we're just kind of continuing on reading about their lives, but nothing very interesting is going on. So hopefully this will be a better book than the last 2. Alright, the next one I got from the library is Last Blood by Kristen Painter. This is the 5th book in the House of the Comare, I think that's how you say it, series. These have beautiful covers. I should just mention that. All of these books have had absolutely stunning covers. So anyways, that's kind of cool. The other thing is, this is this has been a really neat world. It's about Mal and Chrisabel. And Chrisabel is a Comer. She has white skin with gold tattoos on it. And she was raised to basically serve vampires, but kind of turns into somebody who's fighting them. It's a very interesting world. It's kind of set in like a futuristic Victorian type of society. Anyways, I really like the first couple books. The third, fourth book I thought were and then hopefully this one will be good. This is the final book in that series. Alright, third book I got from the library was Walking in the Midst of Fire by Thomas E. Snagowski. This is a Remy Chandler novel. Lots of urban fantasy books come out. I'm trying to remember what one. I think it's the 5th or 6th. It's the 6th book in the series. And these are about Remy Chandler, who is an angel who has decided to live as a human. So there's a lot of like Christian type mythology in here, and angel mythology, and heaven versus hell kind of stuff. They've been very good action scenes. Remy Chandler's a fun character. He's got a dog that he talks with that comes along with him and everything. And it's been an urban fantasy, kind of investigative urban fantasy series that I've really enjoyed. So, anyways, if you like the Dresden Files or whatever, you might like this series because it's somewhat similar in tone. All right, the last one I got, these are all like, it's so humid here that everything's a little bit damp. The last book I got is William and the Lost Spirit. This is by Wendy Bonneville and Matthew Bonholm. I actually saw the e-galley of this to review on NetGalley and had thought about getting it, but I didn't because I kind of like reading graphic novels better like in book form than as an ebook. So I saw this at the library when I was there with my son, and this is a graphic novel. It is a fantasy, and it's like a middle grade fantasy graphic novel. So it starts out with William knows his father is dead. Everyone knows it everyone except William's sister, who hears him calling to her. Despite William's warnings, she disappears in the night to find their father. To rescue his sister, William must travel through dangerous forests swarming with bandits. But human foes are the least of his problems. His quest will take him beyond the world he knows and into far-off lands, where monsters are real, the dead can speak, and lies become truths. So, it looks cool. So I'm hoping that will be an interesting read. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books this week, which is kind of for the last, I was on vacation last week, so it's kind of for the last couple weeks. And that is all I have. And I hope you guys are all having a good summer. I can absolutely not believe that my son starts school in pretty much, a week right after Labor Day. The summer went so fast. And we're finally getting our August weather here in Minnesota. It's been very, very hot. Heat indexes of 100 or more. And, we hope it cools down because it's not very much fun going to the state fair when it's really hot and going to the Renaissance Festival when it's really hot. So, we'll see. Anyways, hope you guys got some good books, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.